Hey guys, this is Justin with Slum Society. Right over here we got my 1974 Datsun 260Z. This is one of my favorite cars. Always wanted it. I didn't know when I would ever get one, but I ended up finding it like 2 streets down from where I live here in Kingman, Arizona. And it was a perfect single owner car. So yeah, let's go take a look at it. I'll give you guys some more history behind it. But this car has been painted probably like 5 to 6 times from what I can tell from the previous owner. I know he did the last 4 paint jobs, but he had this car since 1974. And he sold it to me only a year ago when I found it and helped him clean out his garage. And so we took it all down to bare metal. We redid any of the bodywork that was there, and then we also deleted all the bumpers and then put a Nissan Millennium Jade paint job on it. So that's metallic, base coat, clear coat. Came out beautifully, and so other than that, on the body we run 240 front bumpers, and then we also have a Airdam, and that's also the 280Z style Airdam, because since it's a 260, it's kind of in between a 240 and a 280Z. So yeah, we can run here. You're gonna, if you know anything about the Z's, you're really gonna see this as like a 280Z. There's not really too much going on different about it. We did drop it over and we put coils on it. Those have to be welded. So this all went down to bare metal. It got all cleaned up, and it took a lot of work, but it's all worth it. The only thing I might want to do with the suspension is put airbags on it, and that would only be to get it even lower without compromising the integrity of the car, because it doesn't look that low, but the frame rails sit about an inch lower than the rest of the car. So it actually does look a lot higher than it really is. So then came over here, we did cut and weld all the fenders. So these are properly installed over fenders, and we put 15 by 9 tires, front and back. And with that, we have just about the perfect look you can get with these cars. I'm not a big fan of the big wheels. I like more tire on the car. And then we redid all of the badges. We went with Fairlady Z JDM logos, as well as Nissan actually makes all of these still for these cars, so it made it really easy to restore. We put a brace style racing spoiler. And then this is what I was talking about. This is my favorite thing. If you want to do one thing to these cars to make them stand out, if you get rid of this bumper, it looks so clean. You just make it all flush, all come over with a single exit, and it turns out really good. And then just kind of brought everything back to where it should be. We also somehow got this license plate. I do not know how that happened. 260Z was available, showed up at a gas station one day. This car rolled in. It was actually silver, and it was like barely running. Started talking to the guy, said he wanted to sell it. And so we went over there, looked at it, and yeah, we ended up picking it up. And immediately, first thing I did was start taking it apart, because when I did the first wash on this car, the paint actually fell off. And I knew from that moment, since I already wanted to restore it, it was time to go. So I took it all down to bare metal and did a bunch of work on it. So come over to this side. You can start to see a little bit more of the details here. Yeah, it really did come together nice. Just kind of the green, black, and chrome look. I also, if you swing right over here to the interior, open this door for you. The aftermarket for these cars is insane. So we actually were able to pick up some Skillard parts, and these are really great, because if you're doing a restoration of these cars, they almost sell everything. So I got aluminum door cards, aluminum console, which updates it so much more. You get rid of the ashtray, you get a cup holder. I also did the door plates from Skillard, as well as a few little detail things around, from dog legs to little logo pieces, and everything there looks really super good. And then on the dash, I kept with the original dash. All I did was flock it, just give the like nice matte black look, and yeah, put a nice steering wheel in, just a Momo wood grain wheel. I do have the original wooden steering wheel that came in this car, but it's huge. It's like a boat steering wheel, and I just couldn't really get with it. And then just recently, we put the new carpet kit in, as well as the Braum racing seats, and that kind of tied off the interior. We still have a few things left to do in the interior. All the plastics, since they're about 50 years old now, are all brittle and falling apart. So currently I'm taking those apart, and I'll actually be doing some kind of carbon weave on them, as well as some resin, and kind of restoring those, because the new plastics interiors are really hard to find, and they're really costly. And then with the glass, I actually kept with all the original glass, and that's really it for the body. So I'll close this door here. I did go with some reproduction style mirrors. I know a lot of people really love the Fender mirrors, but I cannot stand it. If you're looking out the car, you can't see anything. If we move over to the engine bay though, this car is actually kind of unique because it's a 260Z, which is carbureted. It also comes with an L26. The previous owner actually already took the motor out and he put a L28 in there, which is just a little bit newer motor, and it also comes with fuel injection. So he put the L28 fuel injected in there and then redid the wiring so it has a 280ZX wiring harness. And so with his background, he did everything like really well, and it kind of updated all the electronic systems, give me a newer electrical kind of all around the car. And so the good thing too, these cars, everything's just about interchangeable. And so yeah, it just starts, fires right up, 50-year-old car, and it's nice fuel injection, and don't have any complaints. The car sounds amazing. The L28 is also really incredibly easy to work on, so been kind of lucky with that. Being able to learn on that has been really nice, and as being inline six, very balanced motor, revs really nicely, and yeah, there's really not too much for us. So that's my Datsun there. So we'll be doing some more stuff on the channel with this car, and you guys will see it around. So stay so much. See ya.